Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Lynsey from For Love Yoga. I will be taking you guys through a 30-minute power flow this morning. We will start with some stretching and then get into some sun salutations to get the body warmed up. We'll do a couple standing poses and then I'll leave room for a nice deep stretch at the end before a 1-minute Shavasana. We're going to start here in a tabletop position. All right, so just checking in, making sure that your hands are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are in line with your hips. So we're just warming up the body here with a few rounds of cat and cow. Right, so we're inhaling to arch the spine, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're rounding the spine, taking the gaze between the thighs. Just a few rounds of those. Inhale, lift the gaze, arch the spine, and then exhale as you round. Chin goes towards the chest. Right, one more time, take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. Right, and then coming back to a neutral tabletop. You're taking your right leg out behind you. So keeping this right foot flexed, making sure that both hips are squared down to the mat. And then take the left arm out in front of you. Right, so you're just finding balance here first, making sure that core is engaged, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. That right foot is flexed, so the toes are face down towards the mat. Take a really big breath in as you find length, and as you exhale, draw your knee and elbow to meet around the spine. Okay, inhale, extend long, and exhale, round, squeeze in. Again, inhale, extend the arm and the leg, and then exhale as you draw in. Right, one more time, inhale, extend, stay here, take in breath in, and then exhale, release that knee and hand down to the mat. Okay, we'll take it to the other side. So this time the left leg is coming back, and that right arm reaches forward. It's okay if you did the opposite on the other side, just make sure you switch it this time. Right, so again, keeping that leg as straight as you can, foot is flexed, right fingers reach towards you as the heel presses back. Right, core is engaged, belly button to spine. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, draw knee and elbow to meet round the spine. Okay, inhale to extend long. Exhale, draw in. Okay, inhale to extend. And exhale in. Last time here, inhale to extend. Right, stay here for a breath. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, hand and knee come back down to the mat. Right, so from here, you're stepping your right foot to the back of the mat, tuck the toes under, and then take the left foot to the back of the mat. So you're just finding a high plank, right? So we're getting the body nice and warm. If this feels too intense for you this morning, just drop the knees down to the mat to modify, right? You're still getting work right here. So you're in your high plank, find a soft bend to the elbows, right? Soft bend to the elbows. So you're really working the shoulders and the triceps. Stay here for just one more breath. And then lift the hips up, find downward facing dog. All right, so first downward dog of the morning might feel a little bit tight. So begin to pedal the feet, bend the knees, take whatever movement feels good for you and your body. All right, remembering to find your breath. Deep inhales in through the nose. Deep exhale out the nose. Drop the head. Maybe shake the head out a little bit. And then find some stillness here. Right, allow the heels to melt down towards the mat. Let the head be heavy. Press firmly through all 10 fingers. And now lift up nice and high onto your toes. And then just melt the heels back down towards the mat. So you'll just feel a deep stretch through the backs of the legs. Right, we'll do that again. Lift up nice and high onto the toes. And then let the heels melt down towards the mat. One more time. Lift up high to the toes. Drop the heels down towards the mat. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you're rolling forward, finding a high plank. Right, again, make sure if you need, just modify by dropping the knees down to the mat. Just breathe here. Okay, warming up the body, warming up that core. Make sure your belly button is pulled in and up. Right, take just one more breath. And lift the hips, downward facing dog. Okay, big breath in, big breath out. We'll do that one more time. Lift up nice and high onto the toes. Taking your time, rolling forward, find that high plank. Right, remember to keep that soft bend to the elbows. Make sure you're not locking out the joints. Okay, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Right, last time, full inhale and downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Right, extend the right leg long behind you. And then lightly pull it in through your chest, up your right foot forward. Right, you're keeping your left hand down and we're just taking a gentle twist. So your left hand stays down to the mat, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. So you're opening your chest up towards the right side. Try to keep the hips square down to the mat. That left leg is lifted behind you. Right here for a breath. Take a big inhale, maybe find a deeper twist. And as you exhale, that right hand comes back down. Step your right foot back here in your high plank. Right, so from here, we're finding our first chaturanga. So you're holding your high plank, taking a really big breath in. And as you exhale, you're lowering halfway down. So it's like a low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders down and back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Extend the left leg long behind you. Draw your left knee into your nose and then lightly step it forward. So you're on the ball of your right foot. Right, this time the right hand stays down and the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips squared, open up through the chest. Right, take a big breath in to reach up. And then exhale, that left hand comes back down. Right, step back into your high plank. Pause here for a minute. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, lower low plank. Halfway down. Right, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Now we're going to be doing quite a few of those chaturangas just to get the body going here. Feel free at any point to skip them, to modify them, right? Remembering that this is your practice and you're doing exactly what you need for your body this morning. Right, come high to the toes, bend the knees, and just lightly step to the top of your mat. Right, take an inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Make sure there's a soft bend in the knees. And exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, halfway flat back. And exhale, fold forward. Tadasana, roll all the way up. All the way up to a nice, long stand. All right, take an inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your high plank. All right, pausing here in this high plank. Take an inhale and chaturanga. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale the right leg along behind you. And then step through, find warrior one. Right, so warrior one. Right foot is forward. Left foot is turned out slightly in the back. Right, both hips are squared forward towards the front. Both arms are reaching up high over your head. So there's a deep bend in this right leg here. Right, take a big inhale, reach up, and then exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, chaturanga. And lower to that low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg behind you. Lightly step that left leg through, find warrior one. Right, so the right heel is planted, left heel is planted. Rise to your warrior one. Again, deep, deep bend in this left leg. Both hip points square forward. There's a soft bend in the right knee, so you're not locking. And sit nice and deep. Right, fingers reach up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in, reach. And exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Come high to the toes. Bend the knees. And walk forward. Okay, inhale, halfway lift. Long, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Okay, so you're in your chair. Your feet are together. Your thighs are squeezing in, hugging in. Right, and you're seeing if you can shift the weight back into your heels and maybe lift up all 10 toes. Right, really feel the inner thighs burn. See if you can sit just a little bit lower into your chair pose. Right, take a full breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale the right leg long behind you. Exhale, step it through, find warrior one. Right, we were just here. Find your warrior one. Take a second to get into your pose. Hips are squared, core is engaged. Right, take a big inhale, and then exhale as you open to warrior two. So you're gonna adjust your feet a little bit here. Right toes are facing towards the front. That left leg is nice and straight, but there's a soft bend in the left knee. Sit as deep as you can here into this front leg. Right, take an inhale, reverse your warrior. So you're reaching up and back, feeling that side body stretch through the right. And then exhale to extended side angle. So your right forearm is coming inside that right thigh, and the left arm reaches up overhead. You can take the gaze up towards the left fingertips, rotating, reaching the heart up towards the ceiling. Maybe you sink even deeper into this right leg. Okay, take one more breath here. Rise back up, find warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. And exhale, chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Step back, that high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. This time, left leg lifts high behind you. Lightly step the left foot forward, find warrior one. Okay, we've been here before. Get into your stance. Nice and deep into that left leg. Fingers are reaching high towards the ceiling. Sit nice and low. Okay, take a big breath in, and then open up, find your warrior two. Right, warrior two, shoulders stay right over the hips. Sink nice and deep into this left leg. Right leg is straight, soft bend in the knee. Take an inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back, find that side body stretch. And exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm comes inside of that left thigh. Right fingers reach up towards the ceiling. So you're opening up the chest, rotating the heart up. Maybe lift the gaze. See if you can sink a little deeper into that left leg. Maybe one more breath here. Rise back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, chaturanga. Right, take it back. If this is too much, just go right back to that downward dog. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Again, big inhale and big exhale. Okay, we're doing that same thing one more time, just moving a little bit quicker. All right, so inhale, lift the right leg long behind you. Exhale, step forward, find warrior one. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, spin open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm inside that thigh. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, breathe here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Hands to the mat, step it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Right, inhale the left leg long behind you. Step forward, find your warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Right fingers come up. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, stay here for a breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior, up and back. Exhale, chaturanga, hands to the mat, step it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, high to the toes. Bend the knees, walk forward. Right, inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Okay, so we're holding this chair pose here. Holding this chair pose, squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Okay, so we're getting into a few standing things. I'm turning to face this way. Okay, so squeeze the inner thighs in together. Sit as deep as you can. Shift all of your weight into your left leg and lift your right foot up to hover on the mat. You should feel that left leg fire up. Right, cross your right leg on top of your left. And then take your right arm under. You're coming into an eagle pose from your chair. Right, so just check in. The hips are in line with the shoulders. Right, if this feels too much for you to cross the arms, just take a bear hug. Right, make sure the spine is nice and straight. And then from here, slowly fold over your legs. Okay, slowly fold over. Draw your right knee into your chest and then send it back. Right, so we're in an airplane pose. Release the arms forward. Airplane pose. Right leg is back. Arms are forward. Hips are squared down to the mat. Breathe. This is a lot of work for this left leg. Right, if you fall out of the pose, not a big deal, just get right back into it. Core is engaged. Right, we're coming right back into it. Coming right back into that eagle. So take the right leg, stand it up, wrap it back over the left, wrap the arms, take one more big breath in, and then come back to your chair. Right, sit nice and deep. Nice and deep. Take one more full breath in here. And exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet, hips distance, and take yogi tola. So you're interlacing your peace sign fingers to your big toes. Big bend into the knees. Let the chest be heavy over the thighs. Drop the head. Right, you can shake the head out. Just let that side go. And then release the toes. Heel toe your feet back together to touch. And we're coming right back into that chair pose. All right, so you kind of know where we're going now that we're on the second side. Have fun with it, right? Play around, you're in your own house. The advantage here, nobody's watching. So have fun, right? Try something new. If you fall out, come back in. So this time you're shifting all of the weight into your right leg. Right? Lift the left knee into your chest. Wrap the left leg around the right. Hips are still shining forward. Core is engaged. Left arm comes under. So you're finding this bind with the arms. Again, if this feels too intense, bear hug. Maybe you can sink a little bit deeper. Right, balance. Full breath in, full breath out. Begin to straighten, begin to fold forward over the left leg. Folding forward over the left leg. Slowly unwrap. Take your time. Take your time. Send the left leg back. And then once you're there, reach the arms forward. Notice if this left hip wants to open. It does. Right? Drop that hip down. It doesn't matter how high your leg is lifted here in the back. Right? You're engaged. That left foot is flexed hard, reaching forward, pressing the heel back. Take one more breath. And then with control, slowly finding that bind. Wrapping the legs, wrapping the arms. Take one more breath, sink a little bit deeper. Come back into your chair pose, unbind. Sit nice and deep. Last chair pose here. Full breath in. Fold forward, let that go. Again, separate the feet. Find that yogi toe lock. Grabbing onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers. Let the head be heavy. Shake it out. Then release the toes, bring your feet together to touch. Nice and slowly roll all the way up to stand. All right, we'll end with one more standing pose, tree pose. So shifting the weight into the left leg, lift your right foot. Bring it either to your inner left thigh or to your calf, right? Just not on the knee. So either calf or inner thigh. Right, start with your hands at heart center. Right, so you're grounded down into this left foot. And think about pressing your inner left thigh into your foot and then your foot into your thigh. Core engaged, stand up nice and tall. Right, if you want, you can reach the arms up overhead. Right, find stillness, find breath. Right, take one more breath here. And gently release that right foot down, and we'll switch sides. So all of the weight into the right leg, left foot comes to calf or inner thigh. Stand up nice and tall, core engaged, belly button to spine. Bring your hands to heart center. Start here, and then take whatever variation you would like. Okay, breathe. Take one more breath here. Maybe you reach the arms up. Full inhale through the nose. And then gently exhale. Right, release that foot down to the mat. Okay, take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. I'm switching back to my mat. Chaturanga, this is your last chaturanga here. Right, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Extend the right leg along behind you. And then set up for half pigeon. So you're bringing your right knee up towards your right wrist, right? Sliding this left leg behind you. Ideally, you want to try to get your right shin as parallel to the top of the mat as you can. I'm going to fix my screen so you guys can see me a little bit more clearly here. And as much as you can, try to get that shin parallel to the top of the mat. You want both hips to be squared down, right? You'll start here. This might feel like enough for some of you. If this is enough, breathe here. If you want to go deeper, start to walk your hands out in front of you. Maybe you come all the way down to your forearms, right? You'll know right away if this is too much, and then you'll come back up onto your hands. If you want to go further than this, maybe you come all the way down, right? Let the chest lay down on top of that thigh. Right, and you're just holding this, holding and breathing. I think it's very important, any exercise that you do, to release tension in our hips, right? So this is a hip opener, and we hold, especially women, hold a lot of stress and anxiety and fear and everything. We hold all of it in our hips, right? So this might feel like a lot, but it is so important, right? You can just let it all go. Take just one more breath here. Right, and then taking your time, making your way back up onto your hands if you did go down onto your forearms. Right, you're just tucking the back toes and coming back into your downward facing dog. Right, so if you would like, lift the right leg, open up your hip, take some circles out with the knee. Right, so you're releasing, stretching, opening up what you just stretched there. And then bring that right foot back down to the mat. Right, we'll take it to the left side. So you're lifting the left leg, and then bringing that left knee right towards the left wrist. Right, the right leg slides behind you. Trying to get the shin as parallel to the top of the mat as you can, but keeping both hips squared down to the mat. Right, so this looks different for everyone. We all have different flexibility and tightness in our hips. So one side you might feel great, the next side might feel a little bit tight. For me, this side is definitely more tight. Right, so staying up on my hands might be where I want to stay. And then the longer you hold it, right, you can maybe start to go a little bit deeper. Right, feeling this, the inner left thigh, the outer left hip. Maybe start to walk down onto the forearms. Take one more breath here. And if you are on your forearms, just press right back up onto your hands. Right, tuck that right foot, the right toes under, lift back up, find your downward facing dog. Right, bend the knees, lift that left leg, open up the hip, take some circles out, let that side go. And then just come down onto a seat on your mat. Right, you're in a seated position. Extend both legs forward in front of you, nice and long. Flex your feet. Right, sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and then exhale as you fold over the legs, grabbing onto whatever is available to you. So grabbing onto the shins, the ankles, the toes, whatever feels good. Keeping that spine nice and tall. Right, just stretching out the legs. Okay, we're coming into a seated Shavasana. Feel free to lie down on your mat. If I were at home doing this, lie down on your mat, right? Totally fine to lie down. I'm going to stay seated. Just bringing my hands, palms facing up, relaxing the shoulders down my back, My legs are crossed. Right, nice tall spine. I'm closing the eyes. Right, we're taking these last few moments here, class, to tune in, check in with ourselves. Relax the mind, relax the body. Right, quiet whatever it is, the chatter that's going on in our head. Before you start your day, before you start your week. And finding silence here for yourself. And gently begin to bring awareness right back into the room, back into your breath. Gently open up the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a big breath out through the mouth. We'll do that one more time. Big breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Right, bring your hands through heart center. Right, last breath here together. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay, the light within me honors and acknowledges the light within each of you. Together we bow forward and say namaste. Namaste. Okay, thank you guys so much.